Moses? Look, there's Moses was holding the first Bible, Word of the Lord written in the tablet, stone tablet. So, ancient time, first Bible, the word of the Lord was recorded on the face of rocks. Okay? Then God commanded Moses to write 10 commandments, to write all the commandments you write down, and then hand them down to the generation and generation. So officially, Moses was appointed to become a Bible writer. In other words, technical term, scribes, Bible writer. They are called Kenite. Kenite, it means descendant to Kenite. So, Kenite from Midian, not from Israel. Okay? Midianite. Not the Israelite. Kenite came from Midian. From the time of Exodus, lived with the Israelites. But they joined Exodus event. I must say in this way, Moses, highly educated one, he passed through princely education process for 40 years in Egypt, okay, holding on the princeship in Egypt. But as you know, Egyptian literature is pagan literature. Egyptian, they worship all kinds of idols. Their spiritual condition congested, confused, because they worship almost all kinds of animals as God. Like the Indians. Today Indians, they worship all kinds of gods. God of mouse, God of rats, God of cobra, God of snake, God of cow. All cows are worshipped in India. And then in Egypt also. Worldview of Egypt is very similar to India today. So God rejected the Egyptian literature. But God appointed Midianite to become a new teacher for Moses. So Moses take a refuge. God orchestrated him, God manipulated Moses to stay in the house of scribes, in the house of high priest in Midian. Not all Midianite was good, but there was devoted, uncontaminated scribe house. That's Jethro's house. And then the Rechabite, Kenite is the son of Rechab. Rechabite is very famous, the contemporary of Moses. Okay, the upper part of the photo, there's Egyptian scribes. Egyptian scribes. Okay, next one. But according to Proto-Canaanite, Proto-Hebrew, they engraved the word of the Lord on the rocks. Do you see upper part? What do you see? There is a picture and 3 Hebrew letters. Menorah, picture of menorah, and then Yod, Kaf, Tav. Okay? Yod. This is arm and hand. Yod and Kaf. Kaf. And then cross mark. Tat. Yod, Kaf, Tat. So in Hebrew, Yakat. 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 Hammer. Hammer. So the menorah originally was the golden nugget. Golden nugget must be hammered. Hammered and made that menorah. There are 2 kinds of making form. Number 1 is molding. Melt the gold or silver and then pour out into the what is that is called? I don't remember exact term. But another way is hammering, 2-way. So that's the works of, that's the mission of scribe. So scribe, you may imagine scribes, they are working very hard. Sweating workers, exerting energy. And then dangerous, it is very dangerous because next, okay, the lower part, okay, from the right, cross mark, Tav, cross mark, and then Lamed, step, and then Pe, mouth, and then square form, bed, house, and then this form, Lamed, step, and then cross mark also. In that way, these letters engraved on the granite stone. So it should be chiseled by the works of the scribes. So scribes, the works of scribes, dangerous, skillful and dangerous also, because they use this kind of chisel with a hammer. If you enjoy drinking, your mind is diluted, your mind is becomes blurred, then you might hit your own finger. Okay, the one moment you make a mistake in chiseling, then there's another letter. You engrave another letter. That's why you must concentrate your mind, focus your energy. You must do it sober mind, not drunken. So if the word was commanded by king, the moment you make mistake because you are drunkard, you are beheaded. So they are aware of their works is very much important works. They need to be skillful, but they need to be sober always. They write, they engrave, they chiseling the word of the Lord, king's command, king's edict, but they don't engrave their own names. Okay, from the first line, let us read. The scribes were public notaries who wrote and signed legal instruments for ecclesiastics. Ecclesiastical means church ministry, church work. Okay? The family subscribes dwelt at Jabesh, a city in Judah. They were learned and indigenous. They were learned and indigenous. They were learned, educated one, and indigenous means they were very smart group of people. Okay? And then they practiced the divine oracles. Divine oracle means the word of prophet, the word of prophecy. And then sacred songs, hymnals, and the doctrines of the law of God. And they were separated from all the worldly things to devote in holy learnings. Okay, these scribe people, their mission was to listen the word of the Lord and then write down. And then they also compose holy songs like you, singer, practice. So holy singers, doctrine of the law of God. So they are the one who write down doctrine of God, the word of the Lord. The word of the Lord must be explained. It is called doctrine of God. So since ancient time, they were learned one, ingenious, very smart people. Because of their works, hard works, sweating, energy-consuming hard works, we are reading the word of the Lord. Okay, next page. Jeremiah 35, 5 to 10. Okay, let us read together. Then I set pitchers full of wine and before the men of the house of Rechabite. And I said to them, drink some wine. We do not drink wine, for our forefather Jonadab, son of Rechab, commanded us, neither you nor your descendants are ever to drink wine, nor are you to build a house or sow a seed or plant a vineyard, and you must live in tents all your lives, so that you may live a long time in the land. But we have lived in tents and have obeyed and done exactly in our forefather Jonadab commanded us, so that they must devote in raising cattle and the writing Bible. They lived in the desert area, in the wild field, not separated from the city life. Why? Why they were commanded separate from the city life? City life is noisy. Nomadic tent life is very quiet. So, tent life in the quiet area, uncontaminated area is very ideal to focus your prayer, okay, to meditate, good for meditate, good for education. Because the children must learn how to write since childhood. So in ancient time, only very few separate people learned how to write and read. They are royal family, and another group, children of high priests, children of scribes. So, is it fun to live in the tent? Huh? During summer vacation, we have a retreat program. Retreat program, we have youth camp, summer camp. Once in a year, we around one whole week we live inside the tent. Okay, when I was in the church ministry, whenever I preparing the youth camp, I made them practice how to set up camp, how to prepare a tent. And then high school students, they enjoy pitching up the tent. They enjoy lying down inside the tent. Huh? 1 week vacation season. But imagine during winter season, very cold. But there's a benefit, okay? While they are separated from the village, their home family, they focus on learning Bible, focus on singing songs, focus on praying, focus on their desire to experience encounter with God. Okay? So in that way, they experience encounter with God, with the Spirit of God. It is very significant. It's a very valuable encounter once in a life. So even though your life is uncomfortable, but there is a benefit. Okay, continue. Next one. Okay, let us read together. Ready, go. What are the benefits of not drinking alcohol? No alcohol is better for our brains. Really? Good for our brains. Drunkenness, slurred speech, poor memory, and slower reflexes are all the result of alcohol's impact on the mind. Alcohol blocks the chemical signals, neurons between brain cells. Long-term heavy drinking can shrink the frontal part of our brain and damage our thinking skills. Excessive alcohol consumption can lead to brain damage and may increase the risk of developing dementia. Alcoholic drinks contain a lot of calories that it become contributor to abdominal obesity. Abdominal obesity, you become fat, especially you make pot belly. That's a result of the drinking alcohol. When you stop drinking alcohol, your body can absorb more vitamins and minerals. Okay, so when you make a vow not to drink wine anymore, somebody say, you sacrifice your pleasure. Okay, as I refresh my mind, since teenager, high teen, I know who enjoy drinking wine. My alumni, those who enjoy drinking wine, most of them passed away before 50, in earlier 40 or 55. They all passed away. So the one who drink wine during high teen ages, they all disappear. Whenever we have alumni gathering, only sober-minded alumni attend. And then most of them are Christians, deacons, deaconess, here and there. Then whenever I miss my alumni, hometown friends, I attend sometimes, mostly Friday, Saturday. But I wish to see them I hurry up to prepare Sunday message. And then Saturday I attend alumni meeting. After eating dinner, all the deacons, Pastor Ahn, please go home. Please go home. You must prepare tomorrow worship. And then one of the members tried to make me drink a cup of soju. Yeah. No, I do not. Then here and there, the deaconesses in every church, they began to scold. 야, 이 미친놈아. 야, 미친놈아. 너 뭐라 그랬어? 지금? 뭔 소리 하는 거야? In Korean talking. Are you insane? You recommend drinking soju for pastors? So almost 99% they belong to Christian. So all Christians, they attend very old, late gathering. Cancer, because of cancer, the drinking alcohol also could be the reason of cancer attack. Okay, next one. Background to Jeremiah 35. Let us read together. Ready, go. The Rechabite royalty is set forth as an example to this royal Judah. This royal Judah will be punished, but the royal Rechabite will be renewed, rewarded. Okay, can you read from the right to left? What is this? Mem, water. Huh? And then what is the next one? Oxhead, Aleph. Then what is next? Pe or dot, yod. And then mem again. So in ancient, it is mime, water. Okay, that one is also Egyptian scribe. Egyptian scribes is easier for them to make their life because papyrus, they make paper, papyrus. So all they have to do is write letter. It's easier. But that one, the lower part, on the stone, on the hard stone, they must use chisel and hammering. So who work very hard? They are scribes. Who study very hard? Scribes. Who abstain or worldly pleasure? Scribes. So we must remember they are worthy to be praised by us. We are recommended to remember they are holy one, really devoted one, to do the mission of God. Okay, next one. That's Korean. Okay, let us read. Dr. Kim Seung-hak worked 16 years as a home doctor for Saudi king, got a royal permit, who traveled Median mountain of God 12 times. He's around 10 years older than me. But one day he have read a magazine, biblical magazine. Robert Connell was a civil engineer, was assigned to take care of the missile launch pad ground on the mountain top. in Median area. While he was every Sunday, every Friday, they don't have work because the Muslim country, they have Sabbath day during Friday. So Friday, Saturday, he has nothing to do in the desert area. So he began to roam around every day, everywhere, mountain rain. One day he got struck that kind of archaeological value, that kind of ancient pictography. Ancient pictography inscribed over the rocks near it. And then it is deciphered that this is the place where the menorah, pure gold menorah, was made by the commandment of God. So some part picture engraved, the most part the ancient pictography engraved. In that way, it became memorable archaeological finding. And because of that, I was attracted to follow after his amazement. He studied Korean ancient original medicine, not Western medicine, because acupuncture, he's good at acupuncture. By using acupuncture, he was able to cure the chronic diseases of the Saudi king. So one day he used to search for the area, and then he was able to get permit because the high mountain, the area became a military air base, military missile launch base. So civilians is banned to enter there. That's why he needs special permit. So he was able to get special permit. He traveled more than 12 times. He collected all the archaeological materials. Because of his collection, it is produced. So, proto-archaeologist. God made him archaeologist, biblical archaeologist. The ancient time, so many works, biblical scribes, they made that kind of things. And then this one, carving ancient scribes wrote on rocks, is a Moabite. By the commandment of King Moabite, King Moab, they write down the historical fact, how they became a slave under the Israelite, and how they became independent from the Israelite. So their works is done by the king's edict. So they must devote their life, devote their skill, devote their sober mind in doing the precious work. Okay, next one. Now, we are going to understand the scribes. Soperim Sapar. Okay, let us say it together. Ready, go. Scribes, Soperim, noun, masculine, plural, strong Hebrew, verb, kal, to count things, count things. The original works of the scribe is to count the merchandise, count to produce things. Then write number, account of, reckon. So that's the works of secretary, scribes, master officer. But they must be learned men. And then Hebrew meaning sefer, developed into book. Why sefer? Why sefer? Sefer because book was made by sefer. So book, the first ancient book was made by scribes. So in ancient time, in the past, it is called scroll. Scroll, made of animal skin. Tablet, there are two kinds of books. Torah scroll, the Old Testament, Torah scroll, account book. So there are two kinds of area. Holy ministry, ecclesiastical, and another one, commercial transaction. So the works of scribes was necessary. Okay, I wish you to understand ancient pictography of sefer, book, bookmaker, writer. Okay, according to sefer, samek. Samek came from samakatu, fish bone, and then acacia tree bones, and then writing pen. Egyptians' writing pen, very sharp. If it is writing skit on over the rocks, it's like a chisel, sharp chisel. It's like a very dangerous. Any moment you make mistake, you got heavily wound on your soul, on your legs. Okay? Samek and then the round one. Hair. Shape of mouth. If it is the verb speaking. Fresh, the head, the human head. So, what is your understanding? Sefer means the one who is speaking through writing pen. Okay? On the lowest part, let us read together. The man who speaks with many thorns, sharp writing tools. That's the scribe. The man who speaks with many thorns, sharp writing tools. They are the sefer. They are the scribes. Okay, next one. What could be the benefit of tent life and no alcohol? Mason work needs accurate skill and energy. So we must respect Mason, okay? Mason. Holy Mason. Out of their accurate skill and energy, they make scroll, the Bible. So the scroll of Bible is very much developed one by handwriting. But ancient time, they engraved over the tablet stone, chiseling. So they are the scribes. So today, seminarians, you seminarian must understand how's the life of seminarian, how in ancient time. So we must understand scribes. We are the modern scribes. We must learn. We must write down. Today you write down with the computer. So now you understand the history from the ancient time up to today. So they are the one who understand computer. In the printing house, the owner of printing shop, they are very much devoted. Because of someone, because of endeavor, a devoted someone, we read books. Today, because of the devoted computer programmer, we enjoy our up-to-date life. So I wish you to make your mind to serve the Lord, okay, in your circumstances, in these developed countries. What does it mean for me to serve the Lord? We must remember how original scribes was devoted.